Bienvenido, welcome. I'm your favorite hobby tourist. Hope you're all having a wonderful day today. You know, I love doing my dailies every single day. I'll get up early, I'll work a little bit, I'll make some breakfast, spend time with family. I didn't really do any of those things today though. So I was like, I got I did like the opposite. Instead of working early, I worked late last night. So I was doing that early, like late last night. So I woke up later than I usually do, right? Then when I woke up, I was just like, oh man, I'm just like a little sluggish today. I did spend time with my family. My fiance was very nice and she was making breakfast. Usually I would say like it's like 50-50 with the breakfast. Like sometimes I'll just make my own breakfast, just like to do it apart from my family. But other times like she'll make breakfast like for everybody, which is really nice. Really depends, like mainly for the time wise. I think that's what it is. But how are you guys? Let's see. Great Atlas, Flopix, welcome in. Ooh, I'm so sorry. Clear my throat. I don't know if you guys saw, I did change the Streamlabs. I was finally, I don't know why. I figured out how to remove it, but I was able to modify it. I don't want to remove it, you know, just like I do feel like what I had before wasn't really working with like the whole direction I'm going with. So sorry. Like the whole direction I'm going with was like, yes, I do consider myself like a hobby tourist, but I want this like to be more in the direction of like, you know, game dev, you know, like this is what I'm doing. And like actually today, I was going to go into Unity, but when I was doing updates, I did some updates for Unity. And so the thing is with Unity, I had like some issues and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just like go away from because I don't want to do like just a what's it called? I know they do that. They do like streams where it's like people just adjust stuff. You know what I'm talking about? It's like, oh, it's just an error debugging stream. And I'm not gonna do that. That's not, because I like talking with you guys and I wouldn't be able to debug and chat. My brain doesn't work like that. You know what I mean? For me, I'm able to do the creative thing, talking with you guys. Yeah, it is on a cooldown, Flopix. Agreed, it is. So if you guys say hi, hello, all that stuff, it will have a cooldown. I think I put it per person. Like, okay, so use Great Atlas. You put hi, or Flopix said hi, right? So it should be, I think I put it per person every 15 minutes. So like if you go on, you say hi, and you leave, you come back 15 minutes later, you're able to say hi again. But if it's like a new person, I think I put it for every 5 minutes, I think. No, 3. I think I put like 3 or 4 minutes. I don't remember right now. 3 to 5 minutes. Either way, I put that amount per world. So like if like a new person comes and says hi, it's about like 3 minutes. And yes, thank you so much, Atlas, with the 3 emojis. You know, I was about to ask for it. You know, I want to see those 3 emojis, okay? Not 1, not 2. I want to see 3 emojis describing how your day has been. Maybe something you're really excited about. For me, right now, I'm excited about this. I had like these ideas where like, I know a lot, like in like Pokemon, they have like the Pokedex and stuff like that. I don't want to do that. I do want like a way for people to look at the Oris, but I want it to feel different. There's like a different vibe to my Oris. To Oris, I want them to feel like stories a little bit, you know? I want them to feel like the kids are looking at these and they're the ones writing down this information. It's not like it's not like what's it called? Like a guide journal, like a you know what I'm talking about? It's not like that. I know like some of you guys love that. Like for example, like Stella yesterday was talking about Monster Hunter, like that they're creating this thing and it's like, oh yeah, it's gonna be like this, where like it's very like biological. So, well, mine aren't biological, they're spirits. So I want them to be more like whimsical and like story. What kind? Like a sketchbook. Yes, that's exactly the direction I'm going with Atlas. So that's what I wanted to do today. I wrote like ideas, right? I have like little notes on a piece of paper. I had like ideas. I was like, oh, I know what I'm going to do. Where I was thinking where it's going to be like a notebook, right? And I'm thinking in the actual game, I would really like if you guys, like when you play the game, you guys would actually take pictures, right? And then like you paste them in. So you're making your own, uh, like I guess like you're making your own Pokedex in a way. Like you collect things that you see. I think that'd be really cool in the game of like doing that. So it's like, oh, okay, I met in this game. Well, I'm gonna change the name from Scory to Mako, right? So it's like, oh, Mako, flavor text, something about Mako that's interesting, and then from there you have like obviously the image, and then I'll have like a little about them, like habitat where you found them. Like, oh, I found them in this area. They tend to be in like rocky areas or like very like muddy areas, stuff like that. You know what I'm talking about? And actually, let me guess. I see Atlas with the sleepy. What is this? Chess? Sleepy chess and an egg. Oh wow, you're like going crazy with these. Man, I have no clue. You're sleepy playing chess. I don't know. And also, hello, Greninja. I do see Floppix has an appointment for a haircut. Is that what it is? Yes, haircut and dentist. Very nice. Very cool. And Greninja, I do see that you're in here. Very nice. Excuse me, because my fiance was very nice and she made me food so that I hopefully doesn't bother you seeing me eat. I like this. I guess it's like a food reveal. It's like, I don't know. I don't think people do that. I know people do the face reveal, but I don't think anybody does like a food reveal. It's like, what? He's human. He eats food. Yes, I do eat food. So I will be eating a little bit. So sorry. That means I'll eat before, eat before the stream. Let's see. Great Atlas. Basically, I slept till 1 p.m. today and played chess till 3 and okay. Okay. Oh, so you're up at nooner. There was a little time period I did do that. Just because I would go to bed so late, right? I would go to bed like insanely late, and then I would be up at noon. And there was a time period I remember being one of those people and up at nooner. Like a lot of my friends did that. That's cool though. What kind of I have played chess, but I wouldn't say I'm good at it. I think it's like I thought it was fun when I played it. And I was like, it's like a cool game, but I never like got into it. I know some people are amazing at it. A friend of mine, his younger brother, who's also a friend of mine, to be honest, he's just not as close as his brother, but like he's very good at chess. And I was like, cool, that's really nice. And then the Atlas, because I had chess tournament at 1 p.m. and I did kind of join late. Okay, yeah. No, that's cool. I like it. So you were just, I want to be like fresh. I want to wake up, get ready, jump into this tournament, right? That's cool though. I like that. I haven't done a tournament kind of setting in a long time. I used to do it a lot for martial arts. I mentioned before, sorry, it was like a gnat or something. I mentioned it before that I did martial arts. I used to do like tournaments and stuff. But I used to do that a lot. I never did anything like huge. I never did like huge tournaments, but I did like a lot of locals, some that were like kind of like regional. I did get invited to a national tournament when I was younger. I think I was like 14, 15. I don't remember. I think it was like 14, 15, like 15. I did get invited to a national, but I didn't get to go. I remember I was very disappointed. My parents at the time, they were like, no, you crazy? You ain't gonna go do that. I was like, all right. I mean, I enjoyed it. But it's funny because I didn't really like hurting people, because I like the fighting, but I always felt bad when somebody was hurt, which is really funny because you're like, come on, you're literally fighting. How do you feel bad when you hurt somebody? I did about a martial arts, but after I became 9 years old, I gave up. Oh, that's a bummer. It's funny because I did martial arts around, I think I started when I was 9. So I started when I was 9, and then I stopped going to the dojo when I was 19. So I did it for 10 years in the dojo. I still practice at home and stuff like that. And I remember for a few years, I was still kind of close to my teacher, my martial arts instructor. But I don't know, it kind of like fell apart. I went to college. That's what really happened. I went to college. I was working more, so I didn't really have time for that. It was like a different mentality. I kind of missed it a little bit. I thought it was really fun. I like that whole environment of like kind of hanging out. Like you're very playful in that. In martial arts is very playful. At least the environment we had. I don't blame it. Hey, hello, Ohio. Welcome in. And Ripper, welcome in. Excuse me, because I will be eating a little bit. I have food. My fiance made what is this? It's like bacon. Well, I already ate the eggs, but there was an eggs, bacon. There's like some, what is this? Walnuts? I think it's like walnuts. I don't know if you guys like walnuts, but yeah. So it's like bacon with like caramelized bacon with walnuts. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's probably not like my favorite. I feel like she's done other things that are a little better, but it's still good. It's tasty. I've never tried a new game. Wait, I've tried a new game. Wait, what'd you try, Ohio? Sorry, well. What are you trying? Leaks in season 4 from a game. That's super far. That's so far. Season 4. Dude, I'm still working on my first game. And then Ohio with D-Day. Oh, D-Day. That sounds familiar. I might have played D-Day Normandy. I feel like I played that game. I might have played that. There was a time period like me and my buds used to play so many like, you know, WW2 games. It's like a lot. There was like a time period there was like so many, like exactly when you're saying 2002, there were so many early 2000s World War II like WW2 games. It's kind of crazy. What do you mean you didn't have a bad thing on? It's free? I mean, I imagine it'll be free from 2002. That was a while ago. I imagine some of you guys were not even born then, right? All right, so like I said, I had some ideas of how I want to do like it's like a book. Because I want it to be like almost like a scrapbook. That's like the mentality I have for my Pokedex, right? So I thought it would work well starting with Mako. I think Mako would be a good example for this. So I thought that's what I'd do today. Like either way, I did like I was having some issues, like some bugs in Unity, and I was like, I don't want to do a bug stream. I've seen them, but like for me, it's not appealing. I don't like that. I'd rather do that as like if I did stream it, it would just be a night one and I wouldn't talk. But that's so boring. I feel like, I don't know. I was born in the late 2000s. Yeah, that's how I feel like a lot of you guys would be. Greninja, off topic. I finished my video, 55 minutes and a few weeks of editing Premiere in 2 hours on my channel. Oh, nice. That's cool. That's cool. So what's the direction for this video, Greninja? Like, do you have like when you do a video, you're just like, oh, I'm just going to record? Or do you like, oh, I want to do this topic? Because I do want to do some like long form videos again, because I did a few. I had like a bunch of ideas and I wrote scripts, but I ended up, since I switched the direction of the channel, like me more dev like focused, I was like, no, I don't think those work anymore. Because I had like I actually recorded a bunch of ideas, but they were like Pokemon related. I love Pokemon, but I don't want to be a Pokemon channel. You know what I mean? Like I want to talk about my game and I want to talk about game design and stuff like that. I don't want to do that. And I was like, okay. Yeah, have a wonderful day, Ripper. I will play GTA because they added new heists. Ooh. See, I love that when they do that. See, that is one thing I do appreciate about games being online, that you're able to get these little events, these little tidbits that they add. I think it's so nice. And those are things I definitely will be doing with Ori's. So snow. What happened? I saw like a random message on Discord. Sometimes I focus on one topic, recording of this last funny moments. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So you do. That's what I'm saying. I think it really depends. Like I have a bunch of ideas. I don't know if you've noticed the shorts. I've been doing shorts. I feel like they're a little better. I have like some ideas for other shorts, like other style of shorts. I want to have like a little variety. Right now it's just a talking head. I guess like I don't know, I think it's too bad. I think I did mess up on the shorts that I recorded because I was wearing white, and just because of my skin color, Because I have a lighter skin color, it doesn't really work as visually. So like something like this, like darker skin, or not darker skin, darker shades work better with my face, just because like I have like lighter skin, where I have like a reddish, I have like a reddish tint too. So that's like one of those things I didn't think about when I did my short. Like I record a bunch of shorts, so like a lot of the shorts you're gonna see are me with wearing the white shirt. Which one is it? I forgot what shirt I was wearing, but either way. Let's see, Splatoon 3. Yeah, I figure you're like, that's your topic. Gordon. I imagine, I'm just saying, like, are you doing like a specific topic? That's what I was asking with that. Oh yeah, started doing really like King Gambit, just because the King Gambit is probably my favorite opening. Oh, nice. I actually, it's funny because I didn't know about the King Gambit until that movie. I don't know if you've seen it, the Queen's Gambit. That was actually a pretty nice movie, like, not movie, it was show. It's a nice show, and I was like, oh, it's such an interesting play. Sorry, I'm just trying to like finish it. Let me see. D-Day normally is good and has some bugs, but it's free game. That is cool though. I feel like I played it though. Really? I didn't know that. Next week, can't wait. Oh, I kind of want to play Raiders, but I won't be. I'm not gonna buy it. Right now I just want to lock in on my game as much as I can. So getting distracted by playing like Raiders is like, I'm not gonna get it. All right, so let's actually jump in. I'm like, that's been like yapping this whole time. It's been like 20 minutes. Like, well, I guess I've also been like kind of like wanting to eat, and I think I kind of pushed the Quake 2 engine to the max. Oh really? Oh, it's on Switch 2 anyways. I can't even get it. Here, I'm gonna hold up, guys. One moment. I don't need my phone. I'm just actually gonna let Bingo borrow it. And Bingo says hi. Yeah, let me just finish eating my bacon, and then I want to like jump into this. Oh yeah, by the way, what happened to the late streams? You mean the gaming ones? I stopped it. That's cool that there was a small team. Okay, so these are just like doodles, right? I did before, but I have like a better mindset, I think, for these. So what I'm thinking, let me move this over a little bit. I mean, just like, there's nothing wrong with the mic. I just don't want to like in my face. So what I was thinking, let's do, here, I'm gonna do like another layer, and I'm gonna like draw on top. Let's see. Yeah, I imagine a lot of teams are pretty small, especially in the beginning. Actually, you know what team you'd be surprised it's like smaller than people think? Pokemon. Pokemon is actually not as big as you'd think. It's like, I think it's like 100 people, 100 devs. And I was like, that's kind of crazy for how big of a company this is. Like, there are games that have like 2,000 to 3,000 employees, like devs working on the game. Pokemon has like 100, and I was like, that's insane. But sorry. I've heard this. I've also heard that Ohio. The Valve is also like 100, like 150, yeah. Some companies are just smaller. And like they're huge. Like they're like huge, like as a company, they're humongous. But the actual team is small, which is kind of crazy. It just tells you it is a lot about quality. Quality over quantity. Because like you hear some teams are like, oh yeah, they have like 20, and they have like, I don't know, like 2,000, 3,000 employees, and it's like, and their games are trash. It's like, You know what I mean? You understand what I mean? Like it's like, yeah, okay. You expect a higher quality at that point, but a lot of times you don't. You don't get it. Counter Strike is a cult classic made by a couple of people. Yeah, it happens like that. Sometimes it's like two or three people even. I will be so happy. Like, you know, it's funny because I have like a mindset, like in my mind, I'm like, okay, I visualize, I don't imagine like a huge team of people, but I imagine like 7 people. I don't know why. That's just like the number I imagine. I imagine me and like 6 other people working on my game, you know, on Ori's. And I think that'll be wonderful. And like, yes, eventually I imagine I would want more people. I'm not afraid of making this big. But I do imagine this, for some reason I have like locked in my head. I'm like, 7 would be such a good number because you're able to like bounce off of people and it's still tight and very agile. I've always liked that kind of group where it's not too big, and then you have enough people that like, okay, like I don't know, blank, they're in charge of one thing, and then blank's in charge of this other thing, and then like, but blank really needs help on this one thing, but so someone else could be like, oh, let me help you out a little bit today, I'll help you out. And I think that's such a nice way of organizing when it's like a nice, tight, agile team. I think it's for the best. The Valve stays small. I would hate if they became a corporate giant to release this. Yeah, I know. Like, I think that's what happens when it's too big. It gets to a point like, you know, it's a good example. I don't know if you saw the movie Wish. I know a lot of people make fun of that movie. It's not a good movie. But the movie Wish, you could tell from a mile away that was made by committee. And I don't know if you know what it means by made by committee. So committee meaning every single step was made by a group of people. You know, and it's like, oh, okay. So what happens is when you have a big group of people just coming up with like doing everything, it ends up being so broad and so, how can I say, like just vanilla. That's the thing, is like when you have a clear vision, it works great. But when it's kind of like, oh, we just kind of want to do this and that, and then like one person's like, oh no, but what about this? And the other person's like, yeah, what about that? And then the other one's like, well, I don't know, I actually like that first idea. It's like, oh, okay. So it gets so vanilla that it's like, this movie's boring, or this project is boring. Okay, I'm gonna jump in. So I have, like I said, I have like ideas what I want to do. So I'm gonna just put white over everything. Huh? Oh, whatever. I didn't realize this, but it doesn't matter. We're gonna change the name anyways, so I don't mind just going over Scory. It's not gonna be called Scory anymore. You know, I already said I was gonna change to Mako, which Mako, it means mask in Taino, which that's why I want to do the names to be a little more relevant to the culture. You know, because like I said, it's a game based on stories. It's not like one for one. I'm not doing a one for one take on any of this stuff, but I do want there to be like the vibe of this. You know what I mean? I want it, so I was like, oh, they're like, what is this based on? And I want people to be curious and to be able to look and just like, oh, okay, interesting. Then like it's more deep into it. Kind of, like I said, kind of like Pokemon. Pokemon did that back in the day. They have this cultural bit to it, where a lot of people, I feel like they don't feel it. But I feel like at the time, because when I was younger, it was a big deal. That it was unique and it was something different. All right, so let's jump in. I'm gonna use purple. Yeah, I want to use purple for this stage. Yeah. No, actually, let's go with the oil. So like I said, I just want to be messy right now. I'm just kind of like laying out. So it's like, what I'm thinking is gonna be like a page, like a book, right? Little joke names are great, right? Yeah, like I do love joke names, but like right now I had Scory. But like I said, I wanted to be a little more cultural with this. Like I don't mind, but I want the joke names to mix, like to be able to mix with the cultural stuff. Because Scory was a scary, like in like Runaway. It was like supposed to be like scared, scary, scurrying, scorpion. It was like a mix of a bunch of words, and I was like, that's fine. But I felt like it didn't. It was so generic. I feel like it didn't work. You know what I mean? At least for me, I was like, it's just a placeholder name. Either way, so I'm thinking So I'm thinking we're gonna do like, it'll be kind of like a booklet, right? That's like the concept I have for this, right? Something like this. We're gonna have like a book, and then this is like, so I'm just gonna like pretty much redid what I did here. So it's a book. I'm thinking a big image. No, actually, oh, I did like a wrong shape, but it's not a big deal. So I'm thinking, let's see. So like a bigger shape of the Ori, like around here, right? So it's like a big shape here. I have like a name. Maybe the name will be like a little farther down, like a little farther off to this side. Oops. I'm not gonna stress about that. And then we'll do, wait. Let me make it a little bigger. Okay, so like this. We have this. The name will be here. Okay, what is going on? Okay. I want to do, I think we're just gonna do this. I want to like leave the image through, but it's more distracting than anything, if I'm being honest. All right, so I'm gonna do like, I'm gonna like name here. Name. Right? Name will be here. I'll do like some flavor text on the bottom. That's what I'm thinking. Like some like a little flavor text about it. Because I'm imagining this is like what kids would do. Like this is like, okay, so they do like a big doodle of the guy. I'm gonna use Scory as the example. Oh yeah, like well, Mako as the example. You know, I'll do like a little doodle of Mako. And then we'll do his cute little face. Right? I'm thinking something like that. I think like something like this, right? Like this is like, I imagine like it's like a doodle, or like I would make it like a painting, I guess. We'll do like a little scene too. So I'm like thinking like this, right? It's like almost like a watercolor. I think that'd be kind of cool, right? I think for me visually, something like a watercolor would be really nice for this. So it's like a little like a watercolor style painting, I guess. Yeah, I think like that. I think something like that. Here, let's like, I'll put like notes. No, it's fine. But no, okay, so it does like this. And then I was thinking like around here would be like an about, like what's about them. Like something like a kid would observe about, right? About them. So there's like a flavor text about like, oh, they wear their mask to feel brave, something like that. You know what I mean? And then, oh, I remember one thing I thought was cute. So like, since I said these are like kids, like you're like, we're like singing like rating. So one thing that you guys, like when you would play the game, there'd be like a rating system. So rating. So I thought like, you know how like you do like, you know, like 5 stars, like 1 to 5. So I thought it'd be kind of funny where like people, when they play it, they're like, oh, okay, 1 out of 5 stars when they see these. So like, as you play the game, it would fill up the page, right? That's how I'm imagining at least. This over here, I think like around here, we'd probably do like a habitat, like where they found them. That'd be kind of cute. Right? I'll write like habitat. Yeah, something like that. And then we could do some like images, like just like some pictures. Legend Arceus cold. What do you mean? No, I mean like I'm saying not like that. I know what you're talking about with Legends Arceus. Not, that's what I'm saying. It's not a travel journal. This is more of like a storybook, like a kid would write. You know what I'm saying? I'm imagining it more like, oh, okay, I found them by the beach. You know what I mean? They're like doodles. I was like, it wouldn't be all fine. I'm imagining it very differently. And then it'll be like a few pictures. Like, well, because I marked it like that. Yeah, I think there were like few pictures, right? Something like, not like pictures, but like maybe like doodles. I think that'd be cute. Because it's not like actual picture technology in Ori's. It's a little more old, like the things, like there's not like actual modern technology. And then on this side, I was thinking it would be like fun, more like fun facts about them. So like fun facts, and then we could do what is it? Oh, like other thing of like maybe like an image or something. I don't know. Maybe like what could that be? Maybe first encounter. I'm not sure about that one. I imagine like an image of seeing them. Like the MC would actually draw in the page. Yes, that's how I imagine Floppix. That's how I imagine, because like you, when you play the game, you're about like 12. That's like the age I'm imagining, like 12, 13, that of the MC. So they are the one filling in these pages. And I imagine like first time you see it, you get like an image that like as you do things, as you like, it would fill up. And I would also have different versions. I think that's one of the things I feel like a lot of people might like. So for example, habitat, it's wherever you saw them first. You know, so let's say Floppix, you saw them on the beach, but Ohio, you saw them more in like a jungle area, right? You saw them more in like, so like it would appear on your page on the habitat. Yours would be the beach, you know, like I don't know, like and then like Ohio's would show the habitat, like would show like the jungle. I think that'd be really cool. So you're like, oh, that's where I met them, and then you see somebody like one of your friends like, oh, like I don't know, maybe you're playing, like, and your friends like, oh yeah, I got a Mako, and like, where'd you get your Mako? You know, I don't have one. And then they're like, oh yeah, I got them on the beach, you know, and you're like, oh, okay, cool. And you're looking at the beach and you don't see them, but you see them in the jungle. You're like, well, I found mine in the jungle. Like, okay. I think that'd be kind of cool, having it like a little more like it is your story. That's actually one of the things I wrote it down on my phone. I don't have my phone right now, but I wrote down kind of like a slogan, and I was thinking it would be like Ori's, it would be no two summers are the same. I thought that'd be kind of cute. I don't know. I mean, it's like a working like tagline. I think it wouldn't be too bad. Doing chibi versions of Ori's is also very funny. Yeah, right? That's what I'm thinking. I think like just this one would be like the more detailed one, and then the rest of them more like doodly. I think that'd be kind of cool. So we did that. I was thinking, oh, this one. I remember like things that they like what's it called? So like this is like things that they like. Sorry. This one's like things they like. I thought that'd be cool, like interesting things they like doing. You will live stream every day. Wait, what happened? Hey, hello Unity. Yo, long time, man. I didn't know you live. Yeah, I do. Every day. I do Unity. I do it every day. Well, Monday through Friday, not the week. I don't do it on the weekends. I don't stream on the weekends. Okay, so like I said, that's what I was thinking. It would be like fun facts, things they like. I think that'd be interesting. Maybe like something cool, like interesting, like a cool fact. So cool fact, and then I think it's like an image, right? I think something like an image would be cool. And then this. Oh, I was thinking like how to bond. So it's like a bond, like how you bonded with them. Obviously, every Ori will have different ways of bonding. I do have like in mind, there's like different ways. There's like two major ways of bonding. One is a bond of when you like you show like leadership. So like Oris, like I said, they love the player. The players are called Ishi. They're loved by Oris. So there's like different reasons why Oris want to be friends with you. Like one of them is they want a leader because they're like, oh, I this is like a dangerous, or not a dangerous world, but this world is like not their world. They're from another world that's extremely dangerous. That's why they come to the human world, because it's safer. But they can't stay long because they need to make bonds. They don't have a connection to this world. So that's why they look to befriend Ishi. So as they befriend an Ishi, they, you know, they're like, okay, like they have to look for one. It's like you're stuck with them, kind of. And like there is like a weird way like they can leave, but either way, anyways, they tried it, like they want to bond with you, and there's different ways to bond with them. There's the battle one. It's like a battle bond. So it's like, okay, this person's strong, I want to fight alongside them. That's like one of the versions. So like with that, there's multiple versions. One, like they battle you, one, they battle alongside you. You know, like maybe you're battling a different Ori or something, and then they join you in your battle. And they're like, oh, I want to help them. Or it could be the other way around. It's like, oh, I want to challenge this person. Person looks strong. I want to see if they could be my leader. So that's like the battle version. And then there's the gift, like the friendlier version, where it's like you could gift them something. You could do a mini game with them. There will be mini games. Like I said, like racing is a good example of one, where it's like running from this beach to another beach or running from this to there, like that. And like if you beat them, they're like, oh, I would, you're really fast, or you're very clever, or whatever. I want to join you on your adventure. I think that'd be really cool. Topics, maybe on how well you get to know your Ori. The doodles could be drawn a little better every time reflects its ranking. That'd be kind of cool. I could see that. Okay, so that will be a fun game. Yeah, thank you. I'm glad you think it sounds interesting. I mean, yeah, that's kind of, well, I mean, like, that's what I want. I want this game to, like, yes, there's battling, but that's not the main focus. You know, like, you're going on fun adventures. You're going, like I said, island to island, helping people and creatures, and then, like, the creatures join you. You know, they're on this adventure with you, and I think that's going to be really fun. You know, that's what I want. I don't want to just like, oh, it's just a fighting game. No, eventually I'll make just a fighting game. You know, I have ideas for just a fighting game, but that's not like my main thing. You know, it's like, no, I want, like, I was talking, it's funny, like bingo, I know, like sometimes just like that. You have like so many ideas for these things all the time. I'm like, oh wait, I got an idea. And I'm like writing it on my phone. She just laughs at me. Because I was like, well, the other day we were at the beach and I was like, oh, it'd be really fun if there was like a mini game where it's like jump wave. So like one of them, like one of the mini games would be like these waves coming, and then you have to like decide if you're gonna duck or jump. And then it's like, but you don't know. And like the waves will come faster. Sometimes there will be things in the waves. So if you mess up, maybe you'll get hit by, for example, a shell out. Shell out is an unbondable. So show you a shell out. I don't know if you guys remember what a shell out looks like. Well, I'll just find it. But like shell out are like these, they're all over the place. I've shared them before, but I want to make sure you guys remember what it is as I look for it. Where is it? Ori's no, I should go back to concept art. I was about to like go through. I was like, no, it's not there. Oh, I don't remember what number it is. I'll just open the whole thing. If you're curious, these are just like a bunch of different like notes and stuff. Here it is, shell out. So these are shell out. So they're like these little shells. Well, not little. They're like yay big. I imagine them like being probably bigger than a basketball. So in game, you're able to smack them around. But they love it. I think that'll be like really funny. So you find them all over the place, but like their whole thing is that they love being like flung into like high speeds. I will lose this game since I knew I would join. Became a pro. Just so you know, I don't touch grass. That's funny. Yeah, no, I mean I get it. I do like touching grass. I am an odd one in that aspect, because I do like going out. Going to the beach and stuff, enjoying time with my family. But yeah, okay, so I think kind of like this is like the direction I want with this, and I'm thinking we're going to make an example page, right? And we're like, obviously I'm going to use the art that I already have, and then we'll make a little better art too. I'm thinking since I want it to be like a page, it should feel dirty, right? So let's go with like one of these colors. I feel like that's too dirty. Let's do like a lighter color. What am I doing? No. Yeah, I think something like that, and then we'll do the other color on the borders, and we'll blend it. I think that's fine if we blend it a little bit. Let me grab. I just want to see where the middle is, because I marked like the middle a while ago. What's the max level? There's no levels. There is no levels in my game. That is not how it works. Do I have an example of it? I feel like I could show you. Like I've done it before in a different stream, how the leveling works in my game, but there's no leveling. There is none in the game. That's just not the direction I'm going with. Oh no, you should add something that only thing they do is drop kick. Yeah. Oh no, you mean like the shell out? Well, no. So like what they do, they just bounce around and they bump into each other. They love bumping into things. So in the game, one of the things I think will be really fun. I imagine whenever you're doing battles, and if they see you, they will jump in the way on purpose because they want to be smacked around because they like flying. What is? No, as in something else. What do you mean? What do you mean? Like a different thing? Fire blast. Yeah, there will be stuff like that. But no, like in the game, the way the levels work, I'll do. Hold on, I think I do have it somewhere, but I haven't like officially made like an example how it works exactly. I'll do it in a moment. Hold on. I'll show you what I mean, how the levels work. I think this looks okay for the page, right? I think we can mess up the page a little bit more. Like make an aura that drop kicks everything and does nothing else. Oh, okay. I do have an Ori that does like a kicker, like he kicks. But he does more than that. I can show you. This one, I have this guy. This one right now, it's called Flamity. This one is based on a Caribbean folklore, you know, Pataka, or no, Patakis? I don't remember right now what they're called. But either way, I think it's Patakis. But no. But either way, they're just like these little like folklore stories. And this one is about a flamingo that saves a man. And I think it was so cute and so fun. I don't know. I'm locked in Mario. Yeah, you're locked into Mario Kart. Nice. But no, and I thought it was funny. So he's like a superhero. Like you could tell. I gave him the superhero glasses, and he has like the feathers that look like a cape. And I think it's gonna be really fun to see him running up and down the beach, you know, doing like poses and stuff, and like he just wants to save people. I think that'll be a really fun one. Do I have? I'm like thinking, did I already make the example for how the levels work? I don't think I did. Like you can see, I have like a lot of random stuff here. Looks hard to be your friend. What do you mean? Who's friend? I'm so lost. But no, trying to see if no, I don't think I drew it yet. Yeah, I don't think I drew it yet. It's okay. All right, so let's go back to this one. Well, I guess we could do it. I don't mind doing it. The bird thing. Oh yeah, like that one would be very much the one, like it's one that you would have to beat it at something. You know, you'd only be able to be friends with that one because I have it in mind. Like, okay, like some of them have like certain things like how to be friends with them. Like it's not just like one way of being friends. It's like multiple ways you could be their friend. But that one for sure is very competitive. So you'd only want to be friends with people who are good at things, because it's like, oh, you could like I want to save people with you kind of thing. So it's like very much like a hero. Like imagine like an All Might. I have like that mentality, like All Might or something like that, where it's like very like gallant, bombastic personality. I imagine them like that, like running up and down the beach with like doing silly poses, trying to like they want to save people even if they're not very good at it. That's kind of like the joke. I imagine them. That's why they want to join you eventually when you do find one to join you. You gotta add some texture to this, right? Just like a little bit. I'm thinking, and then we'll blend it, obviously. Blend it. Just like to add a little bit of variation, right? Well, I don't think that really worked as what I wanted. It did like add some variation, but not as much as I wanted. Because I'm thinking like we'll just use it. I'll copy paste this page for all of them. That is an aura grind. Yeah, a little bit. I feel like that's how it would be. They would have like different ones. Obviously, like for example, Coco is like a little crocodile. I'll show you that one. Coco, her whole thing. This one, her whole thing is about helping people. So she wouldn't you wouldn't befriend her badly. You know, this one for sure, you would not battle this one. This one's like a cute one that you always see like in town helping people. So this one you'd probably have to befriend by giving them something, or probably helping them out with something. You know, I think that would be like the direction for that one. And then I'm thinking, like I said, I want to. No, I'm like looking for something like messy. Is this one? No. No? I'm like looking for different brushes. Kind of. I feel like that's not like a terrible. Like, I feel like we could do better though. Where are I know I have like a bunch of weird brushes. I never use them. What does this do? No, that's awful. Let's do. I'm like looking. Oh, maybe like a spray. Did they even do anything? I don't think that's did anything. Oh, it does do so. I'm just trying to get it dirty looking, you know? Because I want this to be, like I said, like it's just like a kid. They would make their own thing. It's not like all refined like that one dude where you guys were mentioning before. And then I'm gonna blend it, obviously. Oh, you know what I should do? I should use a texture blend. That would be better, right? That's gonna be such a sweet experience. You got first? Oh, nice! In the race? Congrats. I love Mario Kart. But yeah, I think that'd be nice. I think people will like that. And I don't think I've shared Coco's either. Like, they can evolve. It's not, how can I say it? Like, Oris can evolve, but it's not like they don't have to. They like the ones that evolve, it's because they change like their mentality in a way. So Coco, for example, it's very helpful and it's like very diligent. So it's a metal, like an iron type. I haven't decided the name on my typing. I think it's gonna be called iron type, just because iron is used a lot in spiritualism in the Caribbean. So I think I might do that. I was thinking originally call it metal type, but or steel type or something, but it doesn't work. I think iron's the better one. Yeah, I think it's gonna be iron. I haven't like written it down, but I think that is gonna be the one. I keep like going back to iron. But either way, she's an iron type. She's very diligent. She always wants to help people, etc. And then she evolves or changes into this one. So this is Coco's evolved version. Oni, will you add a picture in the one tree to show who created a game, and would you add a city? Wait, what happened? What do you mean? Will you add a picture in the one tree to show who created a game? What tree? This one? The one on the bottom? What tree? Who created a game, and would you add a city? Are you talking on the bottom in my little background, or where? I'm so lost, Unity. Any tree. Add a picture in the one tree to show who created. I don't know. I mean, like in the game, I do imagine I'm gonna make an NPC of myself. You know, I know you'd say, "Oh no, like that's so," but I feel like a lot of devs do that. I'm gonna have just an NPC in this town. That's like I was imagining. It's gonna be like a painter character. Yeah, I was just imagining like in town, you would see an NPC just like painting on an easel, and that would be based on me. You know, I think it's like kind of funny. They do a lot of devs do that. The creator of Pokemon, he's actually in one of the in the house. He's like looking at a painting or something. No, he's watching a TV. That's what it was. He's watching a TV. The creator of Pokemon, like one of the creators, he's in one of the houses watching a TV. I remember like seeing an interview, like reading an article of an interview, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I put myself in the game." It's like I'm this character, and like they're like, "Really?" It's like, "Yeah." He's like, "That's my favorite movie," and I thought it'd be funny, where the you walk in and you look at the TV and it says, "Oh, there's like four kids walking train tracks." And that's supposed to be him watching the movie. I was like, that's cute. So I want to do something like that. So yeah, in my mind, I'm like, okay, I could do it where I'm just painting. So I would be like in the plaza or something. You just see my character painting. I think it'd be nice. Since I do like, obviously I love art. I did think about like, well, I could like I love games, but I was like, no, I'd rather have my character just sitting, painting something, like maybe like a landscape or something, or that'd be like really cute, like a little Easter egg kind of thing. Here's the thing. I feel like this looks messy enough, right? I'm like looking at it, right? I feel like it's not intrusive because I don't want to be like a character. That's weird. I know a lot of people do that too. They're like, oh, this is me. It's like I'm the main character. No, that's not my story. That's not my thing. I want to just like be there. Bro was in first and instantly got 10. Oh, that's rough. That is rough. That's happened. That's happened to me too. How does that look? It looks okay, right? I'm not like thinking it looks too bad. I think this is fine. I think we're good on how this Mario Kart poor Atlas. I know. Now I'm playing Assassin's Creed. You're like, I'm done with this game. I'm sorry. That I don't know. I think for me, I'm the opposite. I'm in the sense like, oh, I get frustrated. I want to keep going. I'm like, no, I got to keep going until I get a decent spot. I'm not gonna stop on a bad note. At least that's how I feel with those kind of things. Here, let's see. Do this, and I just want to mark it, right? Let's do... something like that? Yeah, I think that's okay. And let's do... what is this? No. I just want to do this. Wait. No. Well. Something like that. Yeah, and then I'm going to like clean. I think that's going to be good now that I look at it. Right? We gave like a little crease to it. I feel like this page is looking nice. Like it's nicer than I originally intended, I feel. I think it's like a good base for all the pages. What do you guys think? I mean, would you give a tutorial in the game? Would you add a Christmas event? No, because it's summer. It's summer. Like it's all like summer based. So I wouldn't do a Christmas event. I wouldn't do anything like that. I don't think it would be anything like that. There would be like a tutorial, but the tutorial, there's like, yeah. So I think in the game, I don't think I would do a Christmas event, just because, like I said, it's based on summer. So I don't think it would work. Like I would do like store, like it would be like seasons. I do want to have seasons in the game. You know what I mean? I'm helping Benjamin Franklin. Wait, what? Why are you helping Benjamin Franklin? Oh, Assassin's Creed. That's why. I was like, that's so random. What's the MC sketchbook? Yeah. This is gonna be your guys' sketchbook. That's what I'm thinking. I just like want to like kind of present it like that. I imagine like the finished version will be nicer. But I think for now it's looking good. I think it doesn't look bad to me when I look at it. Let's duplicate that, and then I'm going to, I can just do this. Hold up. Right? I was like, wait, I can just flip it around. I was about to like grab it or something. Right? Can you even tell? That looks okay. I feel like that looks okay. Is that a storybook making in the game? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Well, because my thought process, right? Because you're making your own story. Every player, when you play the game, you'll actually make your own story. Because like, I don't know, but Unity, you playing the game would be different from Flopix or Atlas. Everyone would have a different game experience, right? Because like the way it's gonna work is, so in the game, obviously there's like a bunch of missions, you know? So there's like a bunch of like smaller missions or whatever. But the way I imagine it is like, I'll just like, I guess I can show you. I was like, it's funny because I'm just gonna like rip a piece of paper and show you. I do a lot of like, what's it called? Paper design. Paper design, I highly suggest if you're ever doing anything creative, just do it on paper. Do it on paper and like as a physical thing. And I'll show you what I mean. Right? So there's gonna be, I'm not gonna do that many, but what I'm thinking in the game, when you play this game, here, I'm gonna write them down. So when you play this game, there will be these major missions, you know? Like, let's see. 3, 5, 6. So there'll be like, you'll have about, I'm gonna say, like I have it written down like 5. You're gonna have like 5 major missions in the game. You know, these are like story missions, but everyone won't have the same 5 story missions. There's gonna be about like, I think I have written down for now, but obviously it's not like locked in. I haven't done it. I have like written down about 20 story missions. So let's say, you know, Unity, you have these here. 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, right? You have five story missions. You have 1 through 5, right? That's what you're gonna have. That's your missions. But maybe yours is 1, 4, 2, 3, 5. You don't have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's not your order. And then floppings, you know, you do it. You play your game, and it randomizes your story, right? You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So your story is, your order is like this when you play the game. So you have mission 8, 4, 9, 6, 5. That is your experience. So everyone's gonna have a different experience, and that's not even adding in your Oris that's on your team, right? And I think that'd be kind of fun when you play. You're like, oh, okay, this is my story. This is my summer. You know, that's why it's Oris. You know, like I think that'll be kind of cool, right? At least for me. I think it'll be neat. I feel people will enjoy it. I mean, that's like the experience I want to make. That's what I was like. I'm played with the concept. I'm calling it endless summers, just because I think it's gonna be nice. And eventually, at first I said infinite, but I feel like infinite sounds so big. I think endless sounds cooler, or visually like sounds better to my ears. I'll see. It could even change when I do get like a publisher and stuff. Maybe they're like, oh, maybe we should change it to infinite. You know, infinite sounds better to them. Like, well, maybe. I'm not like locked in. Like this is how it has to be. But it's like, no, I do want this direction where it's like every experience, even when you're done with the game, you could do another save and it's like a different experience. Like, oh, okay. And even then, even the bosses, there's gonna be multiple bosses. And even the bosses would be different because since there's going to be more bosses than missions, right? So like I said, you have the 5 missions, but there's gonna be 14 bosses. I'll reach level 5,000 to max out my friends and play with them all. That cute girls too. Wait, what? No, there's no levels. So that's the other thing I was gonna go over. I didn't explain to you the level system, how it works. Do I have a doodle of it? I might. I could probably just show you a doodle. No, I'm like looking at like I like to do a lot of things on paper. See, I have like little notebooks. I could just show you. Where is it? This one. No, that's not like I'm like looking for. I could show you what like visual things I could show you. Ah, okay. I need to make these look nice. Full screen. Ah, okay. You're right. Hold up. Let's just switch it over to chat. Okay. I'll full screen this for a moment, just briefly. Let's hide this. Oh, I need to add the music. One moment. Because there's no music on this right now. Where's the music? Hello, music. I'm like, if I want to talk to you guys full screen, might as well put music, right? But okay, You're right though. But this is an example, right? Of I will make it look. I'm gonna make it look nicer on the computer eventually. I haven't done it yet. This is still like obviously early design stuff. So each Ori, when you play the game, they're gonna have these slots. They're gonna have like 9 slots. Why is it so big? Well, because I'm doing a full screen explanation. I guess you weren't paying attention to Atlas. But no, because I was showing like a doodle in my notebook. But no, anyways, so each Ori is gonna have 9 slots. And then they're gonna have abilities, stat buffs, stuff like that, right? So these are ones like these like basic ones that like they always have. These don't count as part of the 9. So when you befriend your Ori, you'll see this. And you'll see what they have. They have like little totem, like imagine like the little totems. So they're gonna have the bronze ones, which are like very basic skills. For example, it could be like +1 to attack, +1 to defense. It could just be like a basic attack, you know, be like, oh, I don't know, like a fireball. And then there's silver. Silver occupies 2 spaces on this little thing, right? This little grid. And then these are stronger. This is something like, it would be like +3 attack. Instead of a +1, it would be +3. Or +3 to defense. Or maybe it's like a fire blast. It's like a larger attack. And then gold. Gold is a lot bigger. This occupies 4 of these squares. So this one is going to be like, if it was a stat boost, it'd be like +8 attack, which is pretty big compared to the +1. +8 is huge. It is like double, you know, in size, because obviously there's 4 squares. So if you had 4 squares of the +1, it's only 4, so it ends up being +8. So there's a lot stronger gold. Like gold is like, to get these, you actually have to do things. It's not like, oh, I leveled up and now I'm stronger. No, you actually have to do something. For example, like to get a gold, you'd have to do like a boss fight, right? So you battle a boss, then your Ori would get a gold ability. So that's how it's gonna work, and I think it's gonna be really fun. I think people are gonna really like this method of leveling up, because it's not gonna be like, oh, I just leveled up. No. Like I'm earning like badges in a way, kind of. But like just because like you did it, let's say you beat the boss, but you brought only, I don't know, you brought, what's his face? Mako. You brought Mako on the mission. But, you know, you did not bring Coco. So Coco doesn't get it. Coco doesn't get this gold ability. Really fun. It will be too fun, right? I think it's gonna be a fun concept, and I think people are gonna like it. And like I said, I think it's gonna be a feel different, like a little challenge, a little bit, yeah. And every time you battle, like you'll be able to redo these things. It's not like, oh, it's locked in, you can't do it again. No, you'll be able to do the missions over and over if you want. You could do it with different people. I'm not really paying attention. No, I know. It's no worries. I mean, these are dev streams. These are like me working, me talking with you guys. I'm gonna go back to doodling. So we did this, right? It just happened in the background, so that's why. No, I know. It's no worry, Atlas. You don't have to stress about it. Okay, so I think I'm looking at this. I feel like this looks nice, right? I feel like this looks like a page, like a dirty page a kid would have, right? I think that works. It works for me at least. And then this will be the bottom. And then let's get rid of this. I don't need this one anymore. I had this one before, but I think this is gonna be nicer. Right? Yeah, and then like, let's see. I'll keep that in mind when the game is released. Yeah, I think it'll be cool, and I think people will enjoy this. Like that's like the process I have in my mind for this. I want everyone to feel like it's their adventure. It's because, okay, so like obviously when you have a game, you know, I think that's one of the things people like about MMOs, you know, massive multiplayer games. They feel like it's their adventure, and they're usually very broad, but at the same time I feel like, well, there's like a way of doing it. Like if you go online, right? Let's say you go online, you're gonna play what's the game? I'm trying to think of like an MMO right now. WoW, I guess. You're gonna play World of Warcraft, right? I bet you there's a ton of playthroughs on how to play WoW, right? it's one of those things like, oh, okay, let me look it up. Okay, so this is how you get to fastest to level 50 or whatever. You're like, I do this mission, then this mission, then this mission, then this mission. I'm like, okay. But it's not really your adventure then. You're just doing a mission that someone else did. And it's kind of like not lame, but it feels like it doesn't feel personal. Where I think with this, it's like, oh, okay, what's my mission? I have to do this. I have to save a village from rampaging Oris, right? There's like these Oris, and I'm like, okay, let me look online, like just an example. You go online and you're like rampaging Oris, and someone's like, oh yeah, I did this as my mission 4. And you're like, well, I have in my first mission, so they're different. Because it would actually be different. There would be a different level of difficulty for that person in your difficulty, because yours is your first mission, where theirs is their 4th or 5th mission. And you're like, oh, wait. Mine doesn't look anything like that. You understand what I mean? So it feels very personal to you, and I think that'd be really cool. And also maybe they're like, oh yeah, I use Mako on my mission. You're like, I don't have Mako, right? It's like, I don't have a Mako. I have a Coco. It's like, Coco doesn't have any of those abilities. Like, do I have to? It's like, no, I guess. So I think it'll be fun in that sense. It's so not randomized, but it's so different. And like, it'll feel very like personal to you. It's going to be your summer. That's like the idea behind it. This is your summer when you play Oris. And I want it to feel like that. Eventually, I'll probably do like a sequel. Have in mind for like a sequel, but it'll be very different too. But yeah, that's like the direction I want for this game. That's why I'm doing it this way. Okay, so let's go back. I know. Like, this guy's all over the place a little bit sometimes. Let's do. So yes, the name. I want the name on the top, right? What is this? Oh, it's just this one. So yeah, I'm thinking. Okay, let's lock this one in. I probably should add like a little thing, but it's okay. I'm not gonna like stress about it. So I'm thinking, let's do the name. What color should I use? Just like the orangey. Let's do this orange. What color is this? It's a textured brush. It's fine. So it's Mako. Cool. Right? I'm thinking like Mako. I think it'll be like, oh, this be fine. Well, I'll probably do it nicer. I'm not like stressing about it. Like, none of this is like locked. Like, it's not like, oh, this is like locked in. Hopefully eventually I'll get like somebody to help me out with all this stuff. For the character I know, which name I'm gonna give, maybe Lively. For this guy? That'd be cute. Yeah, I mean, like, this is the species name. They're called Mako, because they wear masks. Live. Ooh, I like that. It sounds very cute. Live. So like this guy's thing, if you're curious, these are scorpions. Their whole thing is that they want to be like protectors, but they're terrified, right? They are terrified. They're very like loyal, like they're to their friends. So like they're like just terrified, but they want to protect. So that's why they put on the mask to feel brave. And I think that's gonna be really cute if you can see it. So like normally they're like freaked out. They look like they're gonna like cry. I think that'd be really cute. And then when you see them, they put on the mask, they become very brave and like yes, I'm tough. And like, see, like here's like some anime, like some concept of what it would do in combat. So you see it's like freaking out, throws up like shields. This one can fling the mask because the mask is stone and is able to manipulate stone. So I think it'd be cool like flinging it. This one is kind of like slamming into like the ground. Like, that's like the concept I have for this one. But obviously for this, I don't think this, like the concept I have for the booklet really works for this. For some of these. Right? Okay, so Mako. Then I was doing... Oh, you know what I should do? Okay, let's do... Thinking like a little... Like a book... Like not a book. What do I want? Like looking for... I'm thinking like a piece of paper. That's what I imagine it as, kind of. Yeah, I think it'll be like a piece of paper. And we'll do it like a different, oh, obviously it'll be like the same color as this thing. Let's do, pick one of these. No. Color, there. Right? Something like that. And then we'll do the darker edge here. And do the inside, the edge. Right? I think something like that would be very cute. And then we'll obviously make it where it looks a little more obvious that it's like a different part of it. We'll be like a shadow under. Oh, actually, no, I can just do that right now. Duplicate. Actually, there's one thing that I don't know. Do you guys know? In Clip Studio, is there a way to just make a shadow? You know, because like the way I've noted, like I've looked online, they don't actually have a shadow brush or like a shadow filter, which would be really nice. I know Photoshop does. Photoshop does, and I used to use Photoshop. But this one does not, and it's a little annoying at times. Where did it go? No. Oh my god. That's the issue when you have so many screens. You know? Sometimes you lose. Never tried Clip Studio? Yeah, I was like, it's good. I like it. But at times, I will admit, it's a little... I don't know, like I feel like it's good and all, but there are times that I want it to be better. Like it has, like, I want it to have more things. Like this, we'll do something like this, just slightly bigger, and then I'm gonna like blur it up. So we just do like a Gaussian blur. Can I just make that more? Like I want it like very Gaussian. There we go. Something like that, right? I think that would work. I can't draw, but I can do something else. Ooh, what do you do? No, I don't do 2D, but I'm good at 3D, and I can make 3D in 2D, not 2D to 3D. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I like 3D too. I don't know if you've seen my 3D ones. I do have this guy in 3D too. I think I'm like that. That looks fine. Control E. Right? And then we could do this as like a little page we'll have. Oh, I just need a guy off a roof. In a building, he went so far away. That's funny. I'm hoping you're talking about a video game and not real life. I know you're talking about a video game. Talking about Assassin's Creed. Okay, I'm gonna use this. I just want to see where I put everything. Because like I planned it out. You know what I mean? But wait. I want it to look decent. So yeah, this one I want to do like a bunch of them, right? So I'm thinking, let's do smush it. Oh, I gotta like, I'll remove it. Yeah, right. Here, let's do keep aspect ratio. No. Right? Something like that. How am I holding this? So I'm thinking, okay, so like this one, Control V. No. Control C. Control V. And then we'll do like another one. Right? I just want to like fill them up with like a bunch of these. I think that'd be really cute. Oopsie. Duplicate. And then put some over here on this side as well. Duplicate. I'll probably make that one bigger, obviously. Control D. Duplicate as well. One over here. And then like one more? No, two more. I think like two more. Duplicate. One on the top, and then another one. Another duplicate. One on the bottom. And then we'll like alter them. I think that'll be like really cute because I'm imagining it like the player would be pasting, they would like doing on like a little piece of paper and then sticking them in. You know what I mean? So let's see how they look. So here, I'm gonna Lock that one. What is this one? This one's that one. Okay, so this one's not bad, like size-wise. Size-wise. So I'm gonna like play with this one a little bit, like a little bigger, and then we can like rotate it a little bit. I think like maybe like this, like slightly off-center, right? And then we're gonna put like text in it. I think that would like really cute. So that one's there. I'm gonna do the same thing with that one. Let's make it a little bigger and rotate it. Or no, actually rotate it this way. Yeah, I think that's gonna be good. What do you guys think so far? I think it's looking how I'm imagining it. Hello, OG Mr. Ghost. I'm working on my game. I want like a layout. Oh, I don't know if you saw, I changed the Streamlabs. Welcome to the streams, making magic and mythology happen. So high and stick around. What do you guys think? I think it's a little different. I know some of you guys didn't like the message before. It was like annoying, it was too long. And I think this works. I was like, you know what? Let me play with it. So making magic and mythology, I think this works. Hey, you did this alone. This is legendary. Ah, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm just like slowly doing stuff by myself, right? Right now, eventually I want people to help me. You know, I want this to be something big. I want to have like a bunch of people helping me out. I want to have, like I said, what's it called? I want to have a publisher. You know, those are things I'm going to have. Just will take longer. Some things will take longer than others. I guess what 6 days left before I say the 3 people who wouldn't. Ooh, yes. Wait, so it's just 3 people? So it's like one per skin, right? I picked 2 of the winners. Who picked the other ones? It was like a vote. Did you like vote? Is that what happened? So this one, then this one's that one. Why did I put a whatever? Let's make it nice and big for this one. This is gonna make a big one. This is like fun facts. That's like I'm imagining for this one. My girlfriend. Oh, okay. That's cool. So I'm thinking, yeah, right? Yeah, this is good. And then for the next one, that box. Let's do this. This will be like a longer one. Again, I don't want them to be perfect. They're not like perfectly aligned. Still like slightly out, I think. Ghost, you have a girlfriend? What? Yeah. She wants to pick the Nikki skin. Oh, cool. I like it. Oh, you know what you should do, Mr. Ghost? You should do like showing all of them. You know what I mean? You should show all of them like, thank you guys so much. Like one of those, like, thank you guys so much for all of these. These are all so wonderful. These are like all the people, like the honorary ones are kind of like that thing. I know I've seen people do that kind of stuff. I don't know if you've seen like True Green 7. He does it. I'm showing all of them. Oh, you are showing them all. Nice. Would you release the game? Would you join the public server? What do you mean? When you release the game, would you join the public server? What do you mean the public server? Would I play? Yeah, I'd play the game, of course. Of course I'm going to play my game. That's one of the things. You make the game for the version of you who you want to play. You know what I mean? I don't know if you understand me. Like there's like a thing. I don't know if you've heard this. Oh yeah, I'll definitely when the game is done, I'm going to be streaming my game. I'm going to be doing like a bunch of streams, like playing my game, like yo, playing my game, and I'm like, I would just be like obnoxious with that. No, but there's like a thing. I don't know if you've heard this. There's like a thing that they say you want to make 2 people happy in your life, right? I will show the beat intro. Ooh, like Era for examples. Play the game for checks. Also, yeah, that made them amazing. Have fun solving. Yeah, of course. Especially since it's randomized. You know, my game's randomized, so it'll be a different experience. Even if I tested it, doesn't mean I tested it every single way. Since it is randomized, the experience will be a little different. But no, like I was saying, I don't know if you've ever heard of this. There's 2 people you're supposed to make happy in your life. The young version of you, like the kid version of you, and the old version of you. Those are the 2 people you're supposed to make happy. So I don't know if you've ever heard that. Like literally, that's how you're like. That's like one of those things I've heard. Like, it's like this person was talking about how they live their life. They try to make the old person proud, you know. So the old person like, oh, I remember that. That was such a good thing you did, right? And then the young person happy. You want to make the young person happy, like, oh my God, you're so cool. You're doing this and that. You know what I mean? So you want a combo of you know, happy and proud. And I was like, that is such a wonderful way of thinking about living your life, you know. And for me, I'm like, yeah, I would be so happy with the younger version of me saying I'm making a game. It's like, you know, like, it's cool. I've made a few little games, they're whatever, but like, they were still stepping stones to get to this point where I'm actually making a game that I'm happy about. I'm like, okay, this is a game I would love to play as a kid. I would have loved this game if it came out. I'd be like obsessed with it, you know. Let's see, next, this one. This is like the top corner. And I think that's such a good philosophy for living your life. At least for me, I think so. But yes, of course, I'm going to play my game. That feels like a duh question. And this one. Let's do that. It'll be nice and long. A long boy. And I'm going to put it more in the corner, and then I'm going to fold it that way. Oh yeah, that just feels nice. Because that's what Roblox people do. What the game is fun. Yeah, I get that. This game will be copied. Wait, copied by Roblox. I promise that will happen. Yeah, probably. I don't like dislike that. I know people will get inspired. That's what I want. I want people to be inspired by my game. I think like, oh my God, I love your game. I'm like, cool. That'd be so nice. That would be actually really nice if people liked my game enough to want to copy it. What is this? I'm like, this one. Oh yeah, I remember I did like a whatever. Okay, I think something like this would be really cool, right? Let's put this on the top of everything, and then let's like find. Wait, boom. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So I'm gonna put all of these in a folder just to organize them a little bit better. And I'll call it, what should I call them? Like squares? No, paper. Papers. I'll just call them papers. So these are like little papers that the person, the player, would be sticking on. Right? These are things I imagined would just like everyone, all of them would have, every single one. And then let's start throwing in some designs. Right, this guy. Okay. So let's throw this one here. I'm imagining him like right in here. Right? I think that looks cute. Oh no, I messed up. I changed the proportions. That's not what I meant. Keep, no. There. Okay. There we go, right? Something like that. Yeah, I think this is like, I think this like works, right? Something like this, and then we would have like little things like these all over the place. Where can we put these? I'm like thinking we could probably put, because I have like a lot of okay, so like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 images. Okay. Like for fun. Oni, what do you like doing for fun? For me, this is fun. This is my fun. I love doodling. I love spending time with my family. Yesterday, me and Bingo were playing a board game. We were playing, what's it called? It's like a Bluey game. I don't know if you played it. There's like a Bluey, it's like a Bluey board game. We have a bunch of board games. I would be nice if I showed you guys my board games, but it's like, it's over there. But either way, I have a bunch of board games. I even made a board game. I don't know if you guys saw it. Actually, one more. I'm going to show you the board game I made, which is free. You guys could download it on my website. I have a board game that's free on my website. One moment, guys. Oh, a bunch of people would fail. Quest 1 is the first time. I mean, that could happen. But no, like, so there's a board game I made, and you could download it like a digital. You could do like a digital copy and like just print it out. I did like a mock-up, right? It's very so the reason I don't sell these like as like a box, like a thing, is because they're crazy expensive to make. You know, like, to be honest, I was like, well, I feel like this game will be too expensive to sell to people. You know, like the actual, yeah, like this is like these like fun things. So like I made this like a little box, Ghost Getters. Like I said, you could download it. You could print them out and just play it yourself at home. It's like little rules paper, right? Let's see. Show you like little dice. Obviously, that's like one of the things. If you did print it out, I did make a dice that you could print out. So it'd be like a paper dice or cardboard, whatever. But I do have actual real dice. I can see that. Hold on. Let's see these. You know, just like I said, these are like a prototype I made a while ago. Would you share the teaser trailer before releasing the game? Yeah, no, of course. I'm gonna have a demo for you guys to try. Here's some cards you can see. Here, this is like, because in this game, if you're curious, this is like a game you're trick-or-treaters and you're actually scaring ghosts. These are some of the ghosts you scare. See, you can see it. See, it's like some ghosts you can scare. Like I said, all of this is on my website. You know, all of this is on the website. You could download them, cut them out and stuff. I mean, probably take a bit to cut them out. But like, these are actual cards, like actual real cards, like you can play with. But like, I made a bunch. Here, let me see. Here are like some of the characters. You can see them. So like this little dude. It's fun. Like it's not like, I do think it's a fun game, but if I'm being honest, I feel like I could have made it better. You know, now like afterwards, like after I've done it, I made the game. After I made this little board game, I was like, you know what? I feel like I could have made a little better, like a more of a funner experience. I think it's decent. Like you do have fun with this. Oh, I see them on the website. Yeah, right. You could download them. I also have these little haunted tiles. Have what else? This stuff. I have things on the website you guys can buy. See them? But yeah, like it's this little board. I have ideas like how I could have improved it. I have like a few things. I have like merch too. I have like, what's it called? Keychains you guys can buy. I have little coins. Coins for the game Coin Clash. Which is like another thing I want to do. I want to do it alongside of Ori's. I actually thought of a way how to change it. So the Coin Clash you see now is going to change. Because I'm going to make it a little more focused on Ori's, where the Coin Clash was kind of just like generic, where like there was like a bunch of different characters. But I thought about it, I was like, no, I actually think I want to make it Corey's Coin Clash. How much would it be? Which one? The game? Ori's? I'm thinking like 40 to 50. I think 40 to 50 is like a reasonable amount, because I don't imagine this, yeah, like the game, I think it was like 40 to 50 is what I have in my mind, just because of how the game is. It wouldn't be like a $70 to $80 game. Just because like I feel like if you really sped through the story, right? If you're like, okay, I'm just gonna do the 5 story missions, it probably would be a few hours. You know, you could probably do it in one day, just like the way I'm imagining it. Like if you really flew through, you're like, okay, boom, boom, boom. But that's not the point of the game. The point is so you could play it multiple times. You could take your time. It's like however you want to play it. It's your summer. That's the point of it. The game is going to be, it's your summer. But I think it would be like 40 to 50 would be a reasonable amount for that style of game. Yeah. I think because like I've I've worked in marketing and stuff, and it's like I look at the games. I'm like, okay, this is the style of game that would work, and like this is like the kind of pricing I imagine for this project. But look at the time. I think I might wrap it. I might be wrapping it up. It's funny. I mainly this is like a yapping stream. I've been just yapping the whole time. I mean, we have been doing a little bit of this. It's more like designing how it would be set up. I guess I'd continue a little bit more. So I'm thinking, what do I do with these? Okay, I think I want to put this guy. And like, I'll put it like over here. Right? No, what? Wait, why did it do that? That's odd. You saw that, right? It cut that one. That was weird. But yeah, I'm thinking like 40, 50 would be reasonable for this style of game. I'm really not happy with Mario Kart, what they did, where it's like, what is it? It's like $100. I think that's what I heard with the new one, which I was like, wow, that's kind of crazy. I feel like, I don't know, like not to be mean to Mario Kart, but I don't imagine Mario Kart being like $100. That's a lot. Right, I think like this, and then we could do this one. Right, we drop this guy over here into this one. Right, I think something like this would be really cute. Right? I think like these, and then like we could actually probably do the multicolor. These guys. Because they would have, there's not going to be like shinies in the game. That's another thing. People have asked me, oh, they're going to be shinies. Like in Pokemon. Like, no. That is not. Just because the way it works, because they're like friends. You know, like just because like the way my game works, so that you make friends with, it's not like Pokemon where they're your pets. Where in Pokemon, like the shiny hunting thing is like part of the mechanic. It's like, oh, I'm gonna go around purposely hunt down creatures. Make it 45 and 50. Yeah, I think like that'd be good. Unlike Mario, yeah, I heard the Mario is ridiculous. I heard it was pretty bad. A lot of people were not happy about it. But yeah, I think this is more like variations on the islands, because there's going to be multiple islands. So I'm imagining when you play the game, you know, maybe this version of Mako, the yellow one, is on like the central island. But then if you're more in like a southern island, perhaps he's like the reddish orange. Or if it's in the north, maybe he is the orangey one. You know, I think that'd be kind of cool. Where it's doing like, it's more of like a regional variant, I guess. Instead of like a shiny. I don't like the shiny. I think the shiny, like equivalent of a shiny, is an Ori already having a gold ability. You know, you're like, oh my god, this guy's got gold. Like, and you'd see it. I imagine when they have gold as like one of their abilities, the ones I mentioned earlier, it would, the guy, like the character would have an aura. That's how I imagine it. When you encounter them, you'd see an aura on them. Like, oh no, they have an aura, meaning they have gold. Yeah, then this one, I'm gonna do it the corner. I think it'd be like a good example, right? I think this is like a good example of what I'm imagining when you play the actual game. And then these will be like text and stuff, and like these, like we'll do like some fun things for that. Yeah, right? I think this is good. It will be lucky one to get it. Yeah, and I imagine like, because I don't want it to be like, I probably would do it similar to Pokemon, where it's very like high rating, like a very high rate. If you found Ori that already had a gold ability, it'd be kind of crazy. Two lucky people would like the trade. Yeah. Yeah, I think it'll be a little different. Yo, I say Benjamin Franklin. That's funny. I like that, Atlas. I like that. That sounds funny. But yeah, okay, I think I'm gonna wrap it up, guys. I'm gonna wrap it up for today, right? Tomorrow will be a doodle day. Today it was a dev day, but it was like a chill dev day. Just because when I opened Unity, they had like some updates. I was like, I don't want to deal with this bugs right now. I'll do it later, probably late at night or something, just because. But either way, I think I'm gonna be out of here, guys. You know, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Thank you so much, Unity. Thank you so much, Atlas. Hope it's awesome that you saved Benjamin Franklin. That's pretty funny. Thank you so much, Flopix, Grid Ninja, OG, Mr. Ghost. I'm actually kind of excited who you're gonna win your your competition. I'm curious, like, what skins you really liked. Even if you do, you said you were picking one each, but are you possibly using more than one each? Because I'm a little curious. Because if you liked other ones, are you gonna like, well, maybe, or are you like, no, that's against the rules, against like other people who are actually trying to compete, you know? Let me see who else was here. I'm gonna go back, see Atlas. I know Atlas was here. Flopix, Unity, Mr. Ghost, Ohio. Oh, there it was. I know people were here earlier. So Ohio, thank you so much for hanging out as long as you did. Vipper Gamer also. And let me see. Is that everybody? I might be. It might actually have got. Yeah, it is. Cool. All right, I'm out of here, guys. Hope to see you all very soon. See you next time. Goodbye.